Hello and welcome back to our 28-day Strong Hip Challenge. We are in week 3 and this is Session A. So all you're going to need is your anchor point, your resistance band, and then just a surface you can do it on. So we've got our trusty old picnic blanket and just doing it on some grass. So whatever you've got with you today. Okay, to begin with, we are going into some hip circles. Come into an all fours position, our tabletop position, hands directly under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then we're going to bring our knees in together. This is going to be a little step up from what we've been doing in weeks 1 and 2. So we're going to find our nice neutral position here, push the floor away, and we want a nice straight back here. Okay, we're going to start on that left side, bring that knee all the way to the outside, and then we're going to draw a nice big circle around, keeping our back nice and straight here, and then we're coming back in and reverse. So let's kick that leg out like our donkey kick back, squeeze, and then control it out, keeping it nice and high. So we want to get that full range of our hips here. And again, we're going 5 on each side. If you want to use that book or that yoga block to put on your back to keep you nice and balanced, feel free to do that as well. That's a really nice trick to make sure you're keeping that back nice and still and really using the core. 2 more each way here. This should be super intentional, so really focus in. This should feel like hard work mentally and physically here to get that full range and to keep nice and stable. 1 last one each side, all the way out, big circle round, keeping everything still, back in, and then reverse. Kicking out, squeeze the glute, big circle back round, and that's it. Okay, straight into the other side. So we're gonna extend or abduct that hip all the way out, big circle round, squeeze the glute, back in and reverse. These should be nice and slow, so really take your time with these. This is as much of the work as our longer stretches are as well. Okay, and really just try and breathe normally as you go through these exercises. All the way out, big circle round, squeezing the glute and in. Extend that hip, squeeze the glute, big circle back round, and we're doing 2 more here. Bring that knee out to the side, big circle round, squeeze the glute, back in, all the way out. You should be trying to access your full range of motion here, so whatever movement you have, let's use it. And back. Last bit here, squeeze, bring that knee all the way back round, and relax there. Okay, exercise today is our pigeon pose. So this is going to be quite a big step up from our figure 4 exercise that we did in week 1. We'll need our resistance band, so I'm using our Onyx band. I recommend having a medium or a heavy band for this one. We're going to wrap it around our anchor or attach it to our anchor point, and we're going to keep it really low down for this one. Don't worry about the progress lines for this one. Okay, so we've looped it round, and there's a few steps here, so do bear with me. It is probably my favourite stretch ever, so it will be worth it. So from here, we're just going to step into the band. So I'm going to start on my right side here. So I'm hooking that band into onto the back of my right ankle, and I'm just going to start with a little tiny bit of resistance. I'm just taking the slack out of the band here. From here, I'm going to come into that half kneeling position. Feel free to hold on to something to help you get into this position. And then we're just going to bring our hands to the outside of our foot and help us come down into this 90-90 position here. Now, for a lot of people, this is already going to be a good stretch, so feel free to put a cushion or a pillow underneath you to keep the hips a little bit higher, make it a little bit gentler. So if this is good for you, stay right here. If you want to level it up with me, then follow me for this next bit. So we've got a little bit of resistance here, so that band is pulling our foot forwards, and we're resisting it just a little bit by bringing our heel in a bit closer to our hips. I'm just going to have my hands on the outside of each side, and I'm going to extend this leg out. So I'm just going to extend my left leg, my back leg, just behind me here, and I'm going to hold this position. So from here, we're going to get deep into the stretch, can walk your hands up, or you can just stay here, whatever's more comfortable for you, and just try and sink into this. So we just want to relax into this for this next bit here. So wherever you are, we're going to take a deep breath in and out. We really want to convince our nervous system that this is a safe position for us. This is a safe and useful position for us that we want to maintain and be able to access again and again. One more deep breath in and out. Okay, right, we are going into a P and F drill next. So slowly come up if you were in that lower position with me. If you're doing the 90-90 position, stay here as well. So from here, we're going to think about driving in our knee and our shin into the floor here. So keep that foot flexed. And we're just going to push our knee into the floor for 10 seconds here, about 30% strength here. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Push that knee into the floor. Keep going, keep going. If you can lift your hands up, even better, but don't worry if they're down here. Last 3, 2, 1, and relax. So you can get that little bit deeper. If you can sink that back hip a little bit more. Don't worry if you're sort of here and that's already a good stretch. Wherever you are, we're just going to go back into that relaxation. If you want to bring your hands forwards, that's great. We're going to take 3 deep breaths in and out and in and out and in and out. Okay, calm back up. We're going to do one more round of each side. So back into our active, so pushing that knee, that shin into the floor in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 30% strength here. Keep going. Really actively pushing that knee in. 3, 2, 1. And then last bit of relaxation. I say relaxation, it's probably a pretty tough stretch still here. But we want to pretend we're relaxing here so we can get nice and deep. Okay, couple more deep breaths and then we're just going to swap sides. Breathing in and out. And last deep breath in and out. Okay, we're going to come up from this stretch. So come back into that 90-90 position. Help yourself forward here. You can come back to that kneeling position. And we're just going to swap sides. Take your time coming up there because everything might be a little bit looser. And we're going into that left side here. So getting that little bit of resistance here. We're going to come into this half kneeling position and then bring your hands just onto the outside here and you're going to come down into this 90-90 position. If this feels good for you, stay right here and follow along from this position. Add your cushion, whatever level you're at. If you want to get that deeper stretch, we're just going to extend this back leg. So it's sort of like an extension of the band. And then make sure you've got a little bit of resistance on that band there, which is going to pull that leg forwards a bit more. Okay, let's get nice and deep into this stretch, wherever you are. Taking those deep breaths in and out. In and out. Final deep breath in and out. All right, we're going to come up, going into our active in 3, 2, 1. Really push that ankle in, push that shin in. Keep going. You should really feel these muscles get to work here. 3, 2, 1. Back down wherever you are. Let's get that nice deep stretch. Really relax into it here. Breathing in and out. In and out. See if you can get that little bit deeper. Last big breath in and out. Okay, last time, let's come up here. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. 1, keep it active, push that knee in, push that heel in. Use as much of your hands as you still need to, but if you can, try and take the pressure off here. 3, 2, 1, and last bit, let's get back into that passive stretch so you can get that little bit deeper. Breathing in and out, in and out. Final deep breath in and out. All right, your hips should be nice and loose, or at least a lot looser than they were before. Carefully come back up into this position. So we're just going to come into that 90-90 position, bring that knee back up, help yourself up into this kneeling position here. Woo. And that's you all done for this one. It was a tricky one, so extra well done, and we'll see you in the next session.